Hello and welcome to Head and Shoulders, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. Stay tuned today because today got a lot of stuff. It's a jam-packed with research and everything in here and whatnot on this whole thing about Blessing Okagbare because she's, there's a lot of stuff down here. We got an official report here. Of course, I had to put my little tag on here about that, and I put it on the community tab. We got a picture of Blessing Okagbare here. Now, I'm going to read this out. If you guys want me to, I can put the links of all of this stuff in the description, including the actual PDF link here in the description for this press release. I cut off the bottom part of that, so we're going to read it here together. I'm just going to do this real quick. Blessing Okagbare of Nigeria provisionally suspended after testing positive for human growth hormone. I'm just going to say HGH from now on July 31st, 2021 in Monaco, so European time. The Athletics Integrity Unit, AIU, has provisionally suspended Blessing Okagbare of Nigeria today with immediate effect after a sample collected from the sprinter tested positive for HGH. Growth hormone is a non-specified substance on the 2021 WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, prohibited list, and a provisional suspension is mandatory following an adverse analytical finding for such substance under the WADA anti-doping rules, or whatever, the anti-doping rules, World Athletics anti-doping rules, right? So the agency collected it from Miss Okagbare, collected the sample from Miss Okagbare during an out-of-competition test on July 19th. All right, this is going to be very important because, all right, I'm going to just read this and then get into the actual discussion. The WADA accredited laboratory that analyzed the sample notified AIU of the adverse analytical finding at a midday Central European time yesterday, Friday, July 30th. The athlete was notified of the adverse analytical findings of her provisional suspension this morning in Tokyo. She was scheduled to participate in the semifinals of the women's 100 meters this evening. The AIU will make no further comment on this matter at this time. I would like to say before I say anything after this, this is not legal advice, financial advice, or any other advice. This is just my opinion because I got to cover my behind on this topic. I don't want to get sued by anybody. And wait a minute, let me look over my shoulder. All right, the Nigerian forces are not here to make me disappear. So with that being said, like I said, this is going to be my opinion about putting together things, just like the previous videos about Nesta Carter being targeted potentially. You know, I don't got any hard facts. I can only put together the evidence of the outside and put things together because, you know, I'm not the lawyer here. Okay, if we could get some lawyers up on here, that'll be great. If anybody's a lawyer, come in the comment section below because I can use a representation with some of the stuff I might be getting myself into as far as, you know, putting the potential idea that these organizations might be targeted, right? So with that being said, okay, this is the thing that don't make any sense to me, right? So on July 19th, they tested. Now, you know that there are rapid tests for HIV now, 15 minutes or so, whatever minutes, right? All right, it used to take a little bit longer. Other tests, what, it takes maybe a week. It was what, I guess 11 days, right? 11 days for this. Now, I don't like I come with receipts, people. So for the people, real quick, I said something about Nesta Carter being targeted. What if people got angry? I said, what if the Jamaicans get busted or something like that because there were some rumors. I got an email. Apparently another individual, he was reporting on some things like that with that. And then people were telling me stuff. So I said, hey, what if the big names were the ones that busted? People got angry at me. And I said, look, I was actually trying to defend them, right? Now, we're going to break down some things here. Now, first, didn't Blessing Okagbare kind of, you know, talk to the Nigerian Federation for trying to prevent Brume and other athletes from competing? Because, you know, Nigeria has been having this ban thing going on and, you know, lockdown, extreme lockdown compared to other places. And they didn't want any Nigerian athletes to go out. We know that. All right. We see that. And if you're not aware of that, you're figuring it out now. She fought for Brume got approved and some other athletes or whatever. And I think 10 athletes were banned out of the 25 that may have made it because they had signs, whatever, up protesting and whatnot. So, okay, cool. So this is how I'm looking. I'm just like, okay, this is all right. Okay. Me personally, I'm just like, well, it's not going to make a difference in the final, I don't think, but it still would be nice to have her there, right? And I'm kind of side-eyeing them like this. I'm kind of side-eyeing them like, okay, let me get to the point. All right. So, hey, remember Lance Armstrong? Yeah, remember that guy? All right, I want to come with some facts right here before I get into the other part. Now, it says crazy stat shows just how common doping was in cycling when Lance Armstrong was winning the Tour de France. This is another reason why things could be, targeted. Not only in that Nesta Carter video did I show that the substance that he was, retroactively banned for wasn't even banned at the time that he used it. And as far as they know, he wasn't tested positive for it afterward. As soon as they marked his ban, which was the following year, it appeared that his test results were negative for that same substance that he had tested positive for. It was only on a warning list, which didn't guarantee a ban, which also didn't guarantee a not ban, which seems like it was unnecessary. So now let's go down here. This is going to fall under the 80-20 principle right here. It says of the top 10, okay, right here. It says, more importantly for Lance Armstrong, during the 7-year window when he won every Tour de France, 87%. Wait a minute, 87% of the top 10 finishers, 61 of 70, were confirmed dopers. Oh, wait a minute, it's got a rest of a sentence, or suspected doping. I just don't like suspected because somebody could be accused of, a lot of things, because it says 65% have been caught, admitted doping, or have strong associations and are suspected cheaters. I don't like the suspected part. Let's just get out the real information. Oh, holy moly, it's not that worse. It's not that good. 48, which means 69% were confirmed. 39 been suspected. I don't care about suspected. With 39 having been suspended at some point of their career. Oh my goodness, 39 of those people. Oh, well, of course, you got suspended once. Why not do it again, right? Okay, 48, 69%, so 70%, almost in that 80-20 rule. So let's just say 70 to 80% of track athletes, let's just copy and paste this of the top 10, or top 10. Actually, this went down more than the top 10. I'm just giving it a really, a really lenient one because it's easier to follow the top 10. It's too many cyclists. So when you get in the top 10, they scrutinize you a little bit more, right? So let's just apply this to track and field real quick before we get into the next one. Because this is going to be, get some popcorn, play me on 2x speed if you need to, put on the captions, as I see about 15% of the audience does, and let's get it rolling. And the other guys that want to discredit people for running fast and say, oh, they faked the times, the shoes, this and all of this, sit down and shut up, get off the video. Like the ones that want to call names, not just the ones that just say, I mean the ones that say, I just say nonsense. Prove that they faked the times, because I got proof right here that some of this stuff don't add up, but you ain't got no proof about them faking times other than, oh, it makes for good show. Okay, how much can they fake the time by? Please tell me exactly how much they can fake the time by, where I could tell you exactly how many athletes, 48 of them, that got banned. Now, here we go. Top 10 list right here. Take the top 10 athletes or whatever, and they get top 10 year after year. Let's just say that we're going to base it on when Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce from 2008 all the way to now. Not saying that she's doing anything because we ain't got no proof on it, right? Now, at some point she had got banned because she had taken out her braces. She had taken something for her braces. That was like clear as day. They did a 6-month ban, whatever. It seemed like it was real stupid, but hey, she forgot to report it or whatever. And then they got their panties in a bunch and the agency said, ban her. And then she didn't have a winning season that year. There was debut 2011, right? So they said, ban her. And then they used the ban hammer on her, and I don't know, she fought it back and all that other good stuff. You know the story if you follow. So with that being said, now, let's just say that we just follow her period of time here because she's been dominant, right? And we say the top 10 on whatever list that she's been on, because she's been on the top of that list most of the time, right? And the fastest in the world, right? And we just say year after year. It's going to look somewhat similar to this, actually. We might have a Jorge up in there. We got an Allison Felix up in there, maybe once or twice or something like that. We get other people up in there, right? But let's just say that out of those, let's just bring it to the top 100, because I really want to just bring this down, right? If we apply that same one, that means out of them, I mean, only 2 to 3 of the top 10 would be clean of all of the athletes. You add them all up. Let's just say it was 100 different athletes. That means 20 to 30 would be clean, applying that same randomized thing. We don't know this for sure, but just roll with me for a second, right? Now, here's the next thing that means under my assumption is if most or all of them are using it, right? If I'm assuming it, that means they got the information already. That means they're just waiting to use the ammo. And as we know, with some good confidence, right? They have people inside of these agencies because it got revealed with that Russia leak, with the Russia leak. And now the dummies, the low IQ people will come down here. Well, he's a target. Russia. What about the USA? What about the USA? Mention them. What about East and West Germany? I don't have to mention every single nation. Follow the point, dummy. Now, with that being said, we know that Russia got leaked and it was a whole nationwide thing about people turning the other cheek until some little guy, he said, well, I'm tired of this. I'm going to report you all. And then he reported everybody. Other than that, they wouldn't have been caught, right? So if you got that in Russia, how many other people making big stacks off of this are making money, turning the other cheek, telling athletes, hey, take this little thing, I'll turn the other cheek, until they get angry at you and then they report you? Because that same thing was happening with Lance Armstrong, was it not? Oh, okay, here we go. Now, here's the next step. Now, I looked into this so-called HGH, right? I looked into this HGH, and let's first bring up the NFL, because we got questions and answers, and they got answers here. What is the synthetic HGH? A banned performance enhancing blah, blah, that's hard to detect. That's all we need to know. And it has it causes linked to health problems such as diabetes. You know what else is linked to diabetes? Eating McDonald's. Cardiac dysfunction, eating McDonald's, and arthritis, sitting down too much and eating McDonald's. Huh, well, seems like people keep eating McDonald's, so what's wrong with this? All right, with that being said, now, the man, McDonald's, y'all owe me some freaking sponsorship right now. With that being said, they try to do it naturally, blah, blah, blah. How does the NFL do the blood test detecting the central system? Now, what they do is an isoform test, all right? This is ISO. Remember this, isoform. I know I'm doing some I'm trying to simplify. I'm a very big biology person. I got people around me that look into these things scientifically, so I'm going to avoid all of those things with you guys. Now, they use an isoform test. Remember this, because I looked on the WADA website and it tells us which test that they use, which is a very similar one to this one. Now, I'm going to come here. Are there always outliers? Could a player test positive that just have a naturally elevated? They said yes. That's why as test designers allow for a substantial margin of error. All right. And they are working with World Anti-Doping Agency. We got all of that. How long is the window of detection? Right? About 48 hours. Wow. That means they could avoid this detection very easily. 48 hours. Okay. They have a new test called a biomarker test. Remember that. Now that I blazed through that part, now you could pause these different parts and read this yourself if you want to, or you could always ask me to drop the article. We ain't trying to get you here all day. I went to WebMD. We got this up here. Let me see. Oh yeah, that was the question and answer. I went to here. This is the WADA. This is www.wada-ama.org / all of that stuff with the HGH right here, right? Okay. I skipped through for you guys. I did the homework for you guys. Instead of watching some of these track and field events, unfortunately, I went to this. I could catch the replays. Does a test for HGH exist? Yes. The isoform test right here, shortened to isoform test, that's what I'm going for, is the one that they use. It was first introduced in Athens, right? Then they have a biomarker test that was introduced in the 2012 London and Paralympic Games. But somebody withdrew from the market. Basically, they went out of business. Let's just summarize it there. And they don't really do that. So the isoform test, that's the one that we paid attention to for the NFL. Now, where is it? The isoform. Now, this is a study right here on pubmd.gov. Now, I'm going up into this. All right. Now, this is where remember the, all right, guys. All right. Man, smash the like button, subscribe, because I'm going in and doing some homework with you guys. I should be getting paid a lot of money for this research right here. All right. Now, July 19th. I probably lost a lot of you guys because it's not a live stream. July 19th. It took until July 30th for them to inform right after the prelims. All right. Now, this is the part that really don't make sense when you look into this. Now, as you can see from this document, it's a 4-page document from WADA. This is a WADA, how they do their test right here. It gives you all the technical stuff. And for you guys, I'm simplifying it for you. So they have an A and a B sample. Sometimes athletes test positive for a banned substance on their A sample, so they rely on the B sample. All right. It's very important. Bernard Lagat was a guy, he tested positive on the A, the B sample was negative, so that means he was clear. That's what happens. So I guess that's to make sure that they don't get false positives. Now, all of this so-called gibberish that you may not understand on the page, basically here, look, it says the samples must be stored at 4 degrees Celsius for a maximum of 24 hours before analysis, within a maximum of 4 days from sample collection. So basically, they got to analyze this thing within 4 days of when it was collected, right? Now, the B sample, centrifuged, all right, blah, 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 all of that. This has to be thawed and opened and used to confirmation procedure shortly thereafter. Where was that sentence that I had here? Collection, manufacturers, until analysis if needed. All right, I don't want to keep you guys that long. It says right here, oh my goodness. So basically the B sample is supposed to be used ASAP. I'm losing it here with all of this word sauce that they got here, as soon as needed. So that means they have to analyze this within 4 days. All right. Now, oh yeah, here's the part A, the other part right here. So you're supposed to analyze this at a max of 4 days between collection and 24 hours before analysis, right? So you got to freeze it and do all of the stuff and do all of those things, right? Now, why is that important? Now, how long does the analysis take? That's the biggest thing. Because if they knew about this for any specific period of time before they just launched it off right there, why did they wait until after she went through the prelim heats to put this? She opened her big fat mouth and defended other athletes. I'm telling y'all, right? This is what the conclusion I'm drawing to. Now, do you guys agree with me right here, or am I crazy? Am I crazy? Because all you people that's out here saying they fake the time, show me the proof. I got proof right here from WADA itself, where they got given us documentation about how they collect these samples, how they do everything right here, and how long these tests and everything take. And you can go and read through all of this, the kit 1, kit 2, sample A, sample B, the procedures that they have, the confirmation of what they do. And you go ahead and read about it and what they do as far as reporting and interpreting results. This is what, an 11-page or whatever document it is. Let me see how many pages. Yes, an 11-page document. Yeah, I went through a good portion of this so that I can bring you guys this information here. So you guys that just say random stuff out of your behind, out of your mouth behind, then you go take several seats. What I want you to do for you guys that just say random stuff out there that got no proof at all. Oregon is at high altitude. Oregon's high altitude. Okay. I debunked you already. It's not high altitude by track standards or by literal standards outside of track and field. All right. He was at high altitude. I debunked you and you shut up. Yep, exactly. I debunked you. I put the link straight for you. I shouldn't even wasted my time for that mess, that dummy. Now, what I want you to do that want to just spread random stuff to people, I want you to get a computer that you can't afford. I want you to get a mic that you can't afford either, a good one that you can't afford. And then I want you to get a phone, turn it sideways, and shove it up your candy. Oh, wait a minute. This is the wrong, well, I forgot. I thought this was WWE for a second. Never mind. I just want you to do what you're doing. I want you to keep hating, keep doing what you're doing out there. Now, that's what we're going to look at. Now, this doesn't make any sense to me. Now, this is before, when I recorded this is before the women's semifinal. Let's see if she had any pushback or anything like that, or what goes on. Now, obviously, that means they would have known that she did it. Oh, here's another thing. One other thing here. Now, what they try to do is said it right here in the identification about when they test. Now, I forgot what page that was on. I had so many things in my notes, and I kind of went on a little bit of went off on you dummies. The ones that go down here and just say random stuff to discredit athletes at every freaking turn. That really just pisses me off right there. But with that being said, they said that they know that the athletes, since they have a small window of detection of about 48 hours, and the urine sample is even worse, what they do is they go and they test them during off competition races. It's a specific term. Let me bring this up here because I want to get the term correct. They said after a sample tested, out of competition test, during an out of competition test, they know that the athletes know they're going to get tested for this, so they would likely not take it. That's what they were saying. So what they do is, for this type of thing, since it's only a small window, they don't give any notification. They try to do that. It's under that pamphlet in that link. If you want actual all this information, I got the links for you. I'm not afraid to show my receipts or any of the stuff that I got here. But the conclusion that I draw now, since I did all of this work for you, I want you to do something for me. I want you to press that like button, share this video with other people, subscribe to this channel, because we're about to get this rock star on. We're about to have this after the party 100-meter dash celebration and everything to celebrate the world's fastest woman when it happens. And if you're watching this after that, I want you to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, give a comment below. Tell me what you think about it, whether you agree or disagree. Don't be one of those bozo the clowns that want to go out here and go, and then they want to say, oh, you know what? These athletes are running fast because of the wind. Sir, the wind reading is 0.3, negative headwind. But then they just say random stuff. Well, they got to pay for the sins of all the blacks before them. I seen that in the comment section. Somebody called me, call me a white dude holding down a black man. Dude, my skin is as brown as the rest of them. It look just like the Jamaicans. All right. What are you smoking? Oh, shoot. But anyway, I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out.